Hello and welcome to this short Freeplane video where I will demonstrate how I use Freeplane to process course material into a mind map of notes. My key presses will appear on the screen so viewers can see what hotkeys I'm using. Additionally, I will provide extra narration telling you what I'm doing. This video has been cut to keep it relatively short. In real time, this branch of my physics mind map took about 20 minutes to create, including the time I spent contemplating each slide. Inside the larger topic, Chapter 2, we will create several subtopics. The first subtopic I like to create is a meta section where, in this case, I put a reminder of the due date. Next, we will have a section for readings. Here I include a file system link to the PDF of the reading material for this chapter. Next up, we create a node for the subchapter. The first subnode of the subchapter is the overview section. I use hotkeys to apply all my styles. These can be set to whatever you like. I like to use the function keys. Now we begin processing the slides. This is pretty straightforward when your information is in this format because each one conveniently has a title. It also has a lot of pictures and nice bulleted lists that lend themselves to mind mapping. Here we're taking a screenshot of the slide and chopping a small portion out to insert into our mind map. This is pretty easy with Control V, and Freeplane will automatically create the image file that you need. Here I notice that our slide has a mathematical formula. It's the classic slope formula, delta rise over delta run. And Freeplane has a built-in component called MathJax that allows you to very easily write mathematical formulas if you learn a little bit of LaTeX. I like to indicate via style which nodes have mathematical examples or other examples as subnodes. In this case, I'm using a green background and white text for that. Here I'm using a particular styling to write a note to myself that was not in the material. In this case, I'm just reminding myself that calculus is relevant here. If you press Alt-Enter, you will bring up the Advanced Node Styling box, and you can change the text of particular portions of your nodes. I like to, with my background, change some things that I want to really notice to gold. Here I'm copying another image into Freeplane, once again simply by opening MS Paint, selecting the relevant portion, pressing Ctrl C and pressing Ctrl V to paste it into Freeplane. Freeplane then prompts you with a file name and you simply name it as whatever you want and it will insert it right into your mind map. You can also resize them as desired. There are various useful navigation hotkeys. Shift-Enter will insert a node above the current node. Enter will insert one after. There are useful hotkeys for collapsing nodes. Spacebar will expand or collapse the current node. Alt and page up and Alt and page down will collapse or expand recursively subnodes. I like to highlight text in red when it's something I need to remember not to do. I also like to style the math examples in a particular way. In this case, I'm using a light green on the dark background, which I think kind of looks like chalkboard. And it's easy for me to notice when I'm looking at a mathematical formula. I do something similar when I'm writing code into Freeplane. I style it in a particular way so that I can instantly tell by looking at it that it's code. The Freeplane color picker conveniently remembers what colors you've picked earlier in your mind map. Unfortunately, it does not remember this when you close the program and reopen it. Freeplane allows you to perform mathematical equations right in the mind map. Just start a node with the equals sign, and it essentially works exactly like Excel. You just type a mathematical formula and it will give you the output. In this final section, you can see how I'd lay out an example problem where I just sort of record my calculations using LaTeX formulas at each step. This is very handy for referencing back to math problems later. Finally, we're going to add some attributes to this section. These attributes will later allow us, when we have a much larger and more complex mind map, to filter by specific tags, in this instance, velocity. In this way, I can see quickly all the sections that have covered velocity later on when I encounter a velocity problem. Here I'm creating a note for this node. A note allows text to appear on the screen when you hover over that node. It's useful for quickly seeing more information about what the subject matter of a branch of your tree is. In my case, my note coloring is styled as my subheadings are styled, which I probably don't recommend, but I don't really mind for this mind map. I hope this short video provides insight into how you can maximize Freeplane and use it to parse information into effective notes that you can later quickly and easily reference. This has really improved my studies a lot and bumped up my GPA significantly.